State's only refinery seems to have an impact in some way on most Coloradans. What that impact is depends on who you talk to.
The biggest concern of the residents here in Commerce City has been the air quality.
Olga Gonzalez is executive director of the Adams County-based nonprofit Cultivando, standing next to the tall air monitor that they installed with the help of the group Boulder Air. It's tracking air pollutants in the area around Suncor.
We have had community members who've lived here for decades, and so we are concerned about the cumulative effect of living under these conditions every single day of their lives.
But with the refinery shut down, she says they'll keep a close eye on what their collected data tells them in the coming weeks. A spokesperson for Suncor says they expect to return to normal operations by the end of the first quarter of this year, so around March. In the meantime, long-term impacts on the state, like gas prices, could vary.
I don't see the average price being affected much by this shutdown.
Michael Orlando is a petroleum engineer turned economist turned adjunct professor at CU Denver.
But I do think consumers should expect more volatility in prices.
But he believes those changes would be small because while Suncor produces 35 to 40% of gas and diesel sold in Colorado, he says a majority of our fuel comes from other states.
So even based on a simplistic analysis, the most additional cost we can imagine Colorado motorists having to cover would be about 15 to 20 cents per gallon on a statewide basis, based on our statewide consumption.
As for Cultivando, they're taking the Suncor pause as an opportunity.
This means so much to me because there are many families and children who live in this community.
Now, we should note that you, viewers, helped out Cultivando through a Word of Thanks microgiving campaign back in 2021. So I caught up with the scientist manning that group's air quality monitor near Suncor. He says right now it's still too early to compare their readings from the last few weeks when Suncor's been shut down to the same time period last year, but they hope to get more concrete data comparisons as the shutdown continues, Tom.
Yeah, we're certainly talking about a ripple effect and the effect on those people nearby.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks, Luis.